Hello everybody, I'm glad you've managed to join me. Today I'm going to be talking about angels. Now it's such a big subject, but I'm going to try and make it fairly brief and informative. I'm also going to talk a little bit about the Archangels, because somebody's recently has asked me, can I explain about what some of the angels and the Archangels can do to help us. Now believe it or not, all of us originated from being an angel. I know some of you might laugh, but that is why that some people that are very angelic in appearance may have only been here for a short time, as their soul was originally an angel in their last lifetime. I know some of you might not believe in last lifetimes and karma and everything else, but when we were an angel, we were pure light energy, and all we had was a feeling of love. And God created angels, or some people like to call him source, depending on what your beliefs and that are, created angels to help mankind, knowing that mankind, one of the weaknesses mankind has is their emotions. And these emotions, if they then are nice emotions, they are our strength, which is happiness, joy, love. But if these emotions are dark, then that could be anger, that could be jealousy, it could be upset, could be people being scared. And the angels, their main role is to surround humans in pure love. And that is why it's nice for us all to have reassurance about us having angels and that around us, and for us to be able to sense their energy when we call for them. Now when you call in the angels, often people will feel cold and get shivers, and they can feel sometimes a little bit tearful, or like they can get like a gasp and all this as well. It depends really how sensitive you are to energy and what have you. But everybody, regardless of what you believe in, regardless of what's your religion or anything like that, angels are there. Even if you do not believe in them, they will be there to help you. Now angels are very difficult for us to see, because their vibration vibrates really, really fast, and it's really cold and it's a high frequency, so they're very difficult to sense them. But when you do, that is why quite often you feel cold. Now with angels, they then will learn from us when we ask for their help, and eventually they then can graduate, if that's the right word, or mature, that's probably a better word, into an archangel, which I'll talk about them in a bit. So never ever think about, you cannot ask the angels for help. Angels are there to help you, but you need to ask for their permission and ask for them to come near you. Now angels' roles are vast. They can look after people, they can look after children, they can look after hospitals, they can look after schools, they can even, like the large thrones, can look after planets. Now with the angels, they've been around for almost eternity. I don't know creation or mankind never having angels with them. But some angels, they have evolved where they then can help in certain aspects. So they can even help people in power. They can even help countries. They can even give a spiritual person an idea, or even a politician or somebody an idea that manifests into something good. And many spiritual people believe that angels, because they make you feel loved, that in itself makes you feel safe. And I've always said, like when I've talked about my good old rose quartz and my crystals and that, crystals is a good one to have by your bedside, because it brings in love, which of course is to do with the angels. And by the way, I've got a couple of crystals I'll show you later, which I know the angels and that love working with. But every single human being will have a guardian angel that's come to help them. Now this guardian angel would have been with you before you even decided to come down to earth into a human body. Now this might sound a bit weird and a bit strange, but it is true, and I believe it's true. And with my dyslexia, I don't read many books. I just get things guided to me and intuitively, and my spirit guides and that tell me things, and I've done that since a little girl, which again some of you might think is a bit spooky, but you know, I'm telling you from the heart. Yeah. So this guardian angel will be assigned to you before you are born. Now I've had proof of this over the years, because some children, you know, have even told me that when they've been tiny, of course, quite often, that they've told me they can remember being in heaven with an angel holding its hand and saying to them, choose your mummy. You know, and this little child then can go around to, like this one particular girl, I shan't say her name, but she told me about going in a garden with flowers, and inside the heads of the flowers were pictures of mummies. And she remembers holding the angel's hand, walking around the garden, choosing the mummies. So I've heard this 2 or 3 times of different children that have told me, I don't know how old they are, they're probably about 4 or 5 or whatever, you know, as they get older, they probably, you know, don't remember it so much and what have you. But that is so special. Now, in some ways, you can argue that when you don't necessarily get on very well with your parents, that's an angel person, for instance, you may have picked a human so you can discover and learn more of human qualities, which are not always good, but hopefully a lot of them, you know, are, you know, more good than bad, shall we say. So we will choose our parents to help us in our human growth. Likewise, some children will even have the opportunity to pick their grandparents, and how special is that? You know, to pick your grandparents as well, so your collective family. I believe that souls, before they come down here, they're almost like a group of friends that throughout different lifetimes, this group of friends will almost follow each other, you know, and help each other on different paths for different lifetimes. But that's, you know, about past life regression and that, and I'll probably explain that on another session. But with angels, please ask them for help. Please ask your guardian angel for help, because invariably, like with your guardian angel, they watch over you, especially when you're asleep, you know, and they make sure that you're okay. But angels love helping people, you know, and angels like to feel, in a sense, needed, because they've got so much love to give. They've got so much of this power, and love in itself, this loving energy of angels, is protective. So if you've got love around you, you can almost feel invincible. You know, if you feel loved, you feel very powerful. And, you know, the angels, they do that for you, which, you know, makes you feel really lovely. Now, the thing is with angels as well, that they often don't talk to us as such. I mean, some of them do. I'll talk about the Archangels later, but some of them do. But generally, they will give you feelings, and they will show you pictures. And these pictures, like they normally say, a picture paints 1,000 words. So when you get an inspiration, when you're getting ideas, when you're getting these feelings, you know, invariably it might be an angel giving it to you. If you get thoughts in your head, like a voice, or, you know, again, you might be careful, because people might think that you know, not very well if you're hearing voices, but we do hear voices, but we hear them in spiritual ways, which is in your intuition, in your own mind. You know, when we're getting words and messages or sentences, invariably that is off your spirit guides. Whereas if you're getting feelings and pictures, that's off your angels. Now, with the angels, as I said, the more that you help, you know, them by evolving, because you've asked them for help. I know a lot of people, they always say, can you please get me a car parking space, angel? Please, I need a car parking space. That is lovely and that is great. But might be say things like to angels, please, angels, can you help me to have more confidence? Or please, angels, can you help me to have more friends? Or please, angels, you know, I want a little kitten. Or even, and that sounds silly, but even asking, angels, I need a lawnmower. Now, I don't believe in coincidences, because coincidences are often your angels and that coordinating with everybody else's guardian angels to bring us together. It's almost like we're in a big jigsaw. So say for instance you're asking, because you've moved into a new house, that you need a lawnmower but you can't afford to buy a lawnmower. Then lo and behold, you ask the angels, please can I have a lawnmower? And then you hear of somebody that's moved into a flat. They tell a friend of a friend, oh, you know, I'm throwing away a lawnmower. I don't want to take it down to the tip. Do you know anybody that wants one? So please manifest by asking the angels for things that you want. Now, if you do that, the angels will then be growing, so you'll be helping them as they are then helping you. So there's loads of things that you can ask for. Now, if you do an angel board, which is lovely, an angel board is where you have pictures of things that you'd love. You know, write down words that you want. You actually write down things that you'd wish for. Now, with that, that is lovely because it's visual. And I like things visual because, you know, it gives us more purpose, more clarity about things that you would like. Now, with the angels as well, if you do a list as well as an angel board with all pictures on, and these pictures could be cut out of magazines, or, you know, you can write some ink or draw something and put them on the angel board. But also, if you write a list, you can say, please, angels, I need help with, and put down all the different things that you'd like. Now, if you do a list to the angels, don't roll it up, don't fold it up, and certainly don't hide it in the drawer. But if you're doing this list and asking the angels for help and you've hidden it away, that means, yes, okay, I want it, but I don't want it at the moment. I'll have it in the future. Whereas if you want it help now, please can you help me now, in the here and now, and by the way, it's not going to happen straight away, leave the list on top of a shelf or somewhere which is private so that people can't see it, and if need be, put some crystals around it. So what you're doing is leave it on the shelf and it's going out, so you're actually saying almost to the world, you know, to the angels and that, please help me, and they're going to help you with the list. And you know, and that is lovely, because I've said to people, you know, especially if I'm allowed to say this with the British, sometimes we're very polite and very pleased and thank you and all that, that we find it hard to ask for something, because if you ask for something it sounds like you're being a bit cheeky and you're being a bit big-headed, you know, and I don't deserve it and all that sort of thing. But you do, because if you feel happy and you feel good, you're going to help more people around you. And I've done this with my students on the classes, where you get somebody to think of a sad word, or even just the word sad, and the other students will feel their energy and it feels horrible and all prickly and all, you know. Then if you get the other student to think of something happy and love, and then the other students feel their energy and they think, oh, it feels nice and smooth. So it just shows a thought is very powerful. So with the thoughts and with you giving, you know, out your intention to the angels, they're going to help you with that thought. And that's why, you know, you have to be careful about thinking about things too bad. Try and twist them and think that something good all the time. You know, because people, if they say, oh, it always happens to me and all that sort of thing, they're almost like pushing the angels away and saying, oh no, I don't want your help. I enjoy, you know, being a bit dark at the moment. I enjoy being a bit fed up and feeling a bit sorry for himself. You know, and that's not going to do you any good. So bring the angels in. Now I'm going to talk about a couple of archangels, that I work with, yeah? And we all work with, which you can do. And one of the most famous ones that many religions and people hear about is Archangel Michael. And I'm just looking here, and I've got him here. There's Archangel Michael. Don't know if you can see him. Yeah. Now, when I see Archangel Michael in my mind's eye, and I've seen him in dreams, meditation, I see him with long hair. I don't see him with short hair like that one there. But he could show himself in different ways to other people, but that's how I see him. And also when I see him, his wings are a lot larger, but probably about out here. And often he's in brilliant blue, almost like a rich, like peacock blue. You know, when he's got that sort of glow and that about him. But Archangel Michael is very powerful in protection. He also looks after children, and he also watches over the police. So, you know, anybody that knows anybody in the police force, you know, ask them to bring in Archangel Michael, because Archangel Michael doesn't like bullies. He likes fairness. But he will also place his shield which is his cloak of protection all the way around you, and and took you all the way around and under your feet. And Archangel Michael is really good at shielding you and protecting you when you're feeling vulnerable, or you're feeling scared, or you're feeling down. But Archangel Michael, another thing he'll do is he has a sword. Now, some people that you read in books and all that, they like to suggest for you to Archangel Michael to say cut with his sword. Now, I like the sword in the sense that he can cleanse your aura, he can remove anything not very pleasant attached to you. But with me, I ask Archangel Michael to use the power of the sword to dissolve any sort of cords or anything like that attached to me. Because if you cut cords, and by the way, cords you've probably heard on some of the other videos and that I've done, the cords is an energy that you attach to a person. It's an energy you attach to something you feel guilty about. You attach it to your job, your car, your home, friends and family, ex-boyfriends, girlfriends, ex-wives, whatever. And if you then cut it, whatever it is the other end will then feel that they need to contact you more, or they need to have more connection. So if, say for instance, you love chocolate and you cut it, you'll then crave chocolate all the more. So the easiest thing to do is ask for Archangel Michael to dissolve anything that is draining your energy and releasing you from any promises or any oaths. But the other thing he's good at, which he uses the power of his sword, he will strengthen any cord. So if, say, between you and I don't know if you've had an argument with your mum, or I don't know, or something, a family member, or your manager at work, or something like that, what you can do is ask Archangel Michael to send nice energy to that cord, to the other person, for it then to be stronger and to strengthen and have a connection. And you might then have that person turn around and say, I'm sorry, or that person texts you or rings you or whatever. So he has the power of dissolving anything that's harming you, but also strengthening anything that you need to then have to lift your energy up and, to make you regain your power. Because that's another thing, and I don't know if I mentioned this before in the other thing, videos, but so many people take your power. You must know somebody that walks into a room and they then say something horrible, they walk out the room, they're smiling, and everybody in the room that they've left behind are going, they've taken your power. Ask the angels and ask Archangel Michael to regain your power. So people that talk behind your back and all that, often they're people that admire you maybe, or jealous of you, or envious of you, and they take your power to bring you down a bit so they don't feel threatened. But the angels, they just give out love, and Archangel Michael will help these people. So if ever you've got anybody like that, don't get angry towards them. In some ways, take it as a compliment, and send them pink, send them love, ask their angels and that to surround them more in love so they don't feel threatened by you. But Archangel Michael is really good, at doing things. And another thing is, which I've never tried it, but apparently Archangel Michael is really good at mending electrical items. So if anybody knows that they've asked for Archangel Michael and by fluke the electrical item and that it is worked again afterwards, let me know. That would be something interesting. So that's Archangel Michael. Now another one I'm going to talk about is Metatron. Now Metatron, some of you will already know who Metatron is. But Metatron and his brother Sandalphon, and I've got a little note here because I nearly always forget. But Sandalphon, when he was human, he used to be the prophet Elijah. And Metatron that I'm talking about now, he used to be the prophet Enoch. Now Metatron is really good at doing grids. And you've probably heard about Metatron's cube. I don't know if you can all see that. And this Metatron cube, it has got apparently all the shapes that we've got in the universe and in the world and what have you, like squares and diamonds and circles and all that. And that's the Metatron cube, and that's a really lovely one for you, if ever you can find one, to meditate on. And funny enough, I use either one of those, or I use this one, which is the Flower of Life, and I use that in all of my organites because it brings in energy of the angels, the archangels, and it's very powerful, but it brings in Metatron. I don't know if you can see it there. Sorry, my finger's in the way. So I use that, you know, in my orgonite pyramids. And by the way, that's a rose. Look at the chunks of rose quartz on that one, on my organites one. So with Metatron, he's really good at doing grids. Metatron also is the one that we ask for when we need protection over our house. Now, some of my students already know this anyway when they do the psychic class, or course rather. You know about doing a gold pyramid above your house and one underneath. And funny enough, I've done a drawing like that. And if you can ask Metatron to do a gold pyramid over your house, and by the way, it's in 3D, which by the way, when I was drawing it, I couldn't do very well. So Metatron will do like a gold pyramid above your house and do one then upside down, so your house is in a diamond, and that is really protective. Now you may, depending, you know, on the energy, and if you're living somewhere that's a bit busy, you might need to repeat and ask Metatron to do it, you know, once a week for a bit or something like that. You know, with me, I do it roughly about once a month. I mean, depending how many students I see and clients that are coming in. Sometimes it could be every couple of weeks or something. You're just so intuitive, and you always think, if you think in your mind, does my house need to be protected again? Because that thought's come there. One of the angels have put that thought in there. So because they're giving you that thought, that means then get your pendulum out, and for you to ask Metatron then to put a gold pyramid above the house, and then one underneath the house, so it's sealed in. And you can do that, by the way, above your bed and below your bed if people are having bad dreams. You can do it when you're meditating above and below. So Archangel Michael will help removing dark energy and helping with protection, but then also Metatron will then help again to reinforce it and keep this energy in that Archangel Michael's doing, with the gold pyramid above and the gold pyramid underneath, above and below your chair. You can do it anywhere if you want to. You can do it in work if you want to, you know, in your office. It just keeps the energy nice and what have you there. So the other thing is with Metatron, I found as well, he's really good at sorting out any earthly and heavenly problems. So if you think you've got a problem that you could do with heavenly help, like angel help and human help, because don't forget he used to be human, that he can help on both aspects. You know, and this could be finding a new job, it could be moving house, it could be, I don't know, a career move or something like that. You know, oh, by the way, the Kuan Yin's quite good at that as well, but I might do another talk about ascending masters and different things and that as well. So he's really good at bringing in the energy of the angels and bringing the energy of his human side. Now, moving on to that, some of you know about 2012 when all the planets lined up, you know, all the planets lined up. And that meant that we had a vibrational shift, all the energy, and a lot of people had attunements. Not a lot of people, everybody had attunements. And because of the energy now on the earth is a higher vibration, which of course the Mayans, they believed it was the end of the world, which it was, the end of the old world, but it's the beginning of the new world with a higher vibration. It means more people are spiritual nowadays. Even if you're not, you know, consciously doing it, you know, people are being to, you know, loads of different therapeutic things and angels and all that, you know, but with the energy and the energy shift, Archangel Metatron now, it sounds confusing, has gone back, if you like, to be not so much human, but is now an ascending master. So Archangel Metatron, some people call him Lord Metatron now. It gets confusing, doesn't it? So you've got the two energies mixing. Like a lot of spiritual people believe, and I do, that ascending master, Mother Mary, who helped Jesus, who's now Sananda, she's helping Archangel Raphael. So she's like his celestial wife. So again, you've got Ascended Master energy and Archangel energy moving together, and they work with the opal light, the opal ray, which if you look at my website, heavenlyguidance.co.uk, you can see a little bit about the opal ray, which is in the Archangel Master attunement, what have you, that energy there. So Metatron now is not only is he an Archangel, he's also an Ascended Master, which means he can go up to the higher realms and work with the Archangels, and also he can work with the Ascended Masters, and he can go to the Halls of Learning. Now the Halls of Learning is a place that all of us go, and it's like a great big massive cathedral with great big columns on it, and that's where we go to meet other people, meet Ascended Masters, anybody on the human realm, if you like, or the human evolution. So Archangel Metatron can access a lot of human stuff as well as him using his archangel skills. So he's a really important guy to get to know. Now I'm going to tell you a true story, which some people already know that with my students. But about a year or so ago, when we had our dog Reiki, and yes, she was called Reiki, our black staffy, I was shown, when I was awake, daydreaming, I can't remember where I was and what I was doing, but I was shown a brown bottom of a staffy bitch. Now I thought, why have it? And I just flicked, and that was off Archangel Metatron, because again, a picture paints 1,000 words. Luckily, if that's the word, I told Paul, and he says, we're not having another dog, we've already got Reiki, we're not having another dog, you know, I don't know how I'm going to, love another dog, I love her, we don't need another dog. Anyway, going back a while, or coming, nearer time, I was told, when I was doing healing on somebody, I got in my mind, these were words this time, and I think it was Metatron, you need to say good, or something like, you need to say goodbye to Reiki, or be prepared to say goodbye to Reiki. And I thought, well, Reiki's healthy, she's fine, she's been running on the beach, everything fine, what have you. Lo and behold, by the way, again I told Paul, my husband, and it shocked him. A week later we ended up having to put to sleep because she had cancer. And 2 days after that, guess what? We had a brown staffy. So angels and archangels do give us messages, and they give it in pictures and all that. And if need be, get yourself a little diary or a little notebook or something like that. And when you get something, whatever it is, even if it's just a number or a flash or something, write it down and put the date next to it. And okay, you might not get the lottery numbers, and you may not get something you think you want. By the way, they always bring you something you do want rather than what you think you want. Because even if you had a great big posh car, you still got to pay a lot for insurance and, and car tax and petrol. And you might be all right with a little tiny one. I'm not going to mention any names, as I'm not allowed to advertise. So the angels and that will bring you what you need. So that is Metatron, that is Michael. Another one that we work with as well is Raphael. Now I say we because I do a lot of healing, a lot of people do healing, is Archangel Raphael. Now a lot of people again forget about Raphael because of course when you're doing healing on clients or people or yourself, you're probably putting all your focus and all your attention into that client or doing whatever you're doing healing. But Raphael often will make himself known by showing you flashes of green. Now this green, again, is like a peacock green, like an emerald green. So if you get flashes of this green, you know Archangel Raphael's about. But whenever I've sensed him or seen him, and I know when we're coming towards the end of a treatment, because he will then fade away. And it's like when I've been doing healing that with Sananda, he will fade away. And I thought, we'll be finishing soon because they've left. Because they're so humble and they're so full of love. They don't need us to say thank you because they know what your heart is. They know, where your love coming from, that you're doing it genuine. But Archangel Raphael, if you're feeling a bit down or a bit flat or a bit low, especially at the moment, ask for Archangel Raphael to give you some healing. And it's amazing how his healing feels. You can feel in cold shivers and, go up and down your spine and you can feel like a little tingling and that going over you. Again, it will depend on how sensitive you are. But you need to, like I said with that pendulum video, you need to keep asking for your little shield, your bubble, all the way around you so you're not picking up on the people's energy. So that's Metatron, Michael, Raphael. Now another one that people often forget about is Gabriel. Now Gabriel is the messenger. Now some people think Gabriel looks like a woman. Some people think he looks like a man. Now when I see Gabriel, and yes, I have seen him in my mind's eye, seen him in meditation, seen him in dreams, and I can almost like imagine him in my mind where he's standing and what have you. He, to me, I say he because he senses to me as if he's like, I don't know, a 19-year-old, 18-year-old lad. He isn't, he's an angel. But he will come in with a flash of energy, with a message, and go out again. So if ever you feel this shiver and it's gone, like you've almost, shouldn't like to say this, but when you feel like you've walked over somebody's grave, or you've had this feeling, often that is Michael delivering a message. So if ever you feel like that, if you can, and it's not if you're driving the car, if it's appropriate, just close your eyes a minute, just take a deep breath and just relax and just see what the message is, because it may be a picture or something like that. Or you could cheat, if that's the word, and grab your pendulum and just ask any messages and that from him. But Gabriel's like the spiritual postman. He sends off messages and brings messages in. So it's really good for you then to ask for Gabriel if you want to find somebody, or, you know, if you're looking for something. I don't know if you want to learn Spanish or learn the guitar or something like that, whatever you're going to. I know we've got the internet now and everything else, but Gabriel's really good at bringing the, you know, the person to you. And it could be that you find out then your next door neighbour, you know, teaches Spanish, and the person over the road that's the postman walking along, whatever, you know, he teaches the guitar. You'd be amazed that when we ask our angels and the archangels and that, how they bring in coincidences, but they're not coincidences, I don't think. There's somebody up there like having a game of chess with us, and, you know, and coordinating us, because we meet everybody and every situation for a reason. Because whatever we've done in the past has brought us to now, right to this very second, you know, because our angels, with the help of spirit guides and our guardian angel, of course, have made it happen for us now. And sometimes you've got to go through a bad period for you then to see the light and to see inspiration, and you know, to see things that don't make you happy, and you value what things do make you happy. Now the other one I'm going to talk about is Archangel Haniel. So I've talked about Michael, Metatron, Raphael, Gabriel and Haniel. Well, as you can see, I've got a list. Well, you can't see it, but I'm reading a list here, so don't miss anybody out. Now Haniel, when I see her, and I have physically seen her with her when I've been awake, I've seen her 3 times. Now it sounds a bit strange, but I've seen her hovering in the ceiling, not vertical like that or like that. It's like she's like that, but like wings going past her, like a hair, and like a not closed, like a gap. It's like wind going through her, but like an angle. And whenever I've seen her, and I've seen her physically, I see her, and I've got this little ornament here, almost like that. Okay, she hasn't got the halo on, so you have to take the halo off, but she's got long blonde hair, lovely and slim, but she's got massive wings. And Archangel Haniel is really good at helping relationships, not necessarily love relationships. It could be friends, you know, it could be family, it could be work colleagues, but she will bring in love into any situation. And she will also help the person feel belief in themselves and respect and confidence and self-love. Because how often do you not love yourself? You know, like somebody turns around and says to you, say, oh, your hair looks nice. Oh, wait, no, it needs washing or needs cutting. I'm especially like with the roots. So, yeah, I've just done it. I'm not with the roots. But with throwback compliments, and you shouldn't do. If somebody says your hair's nice, you say, oh, thank you, that's nice of you. You know, so she will help to teach you not to throw back compliments, to have more confidence and to accept, you know, things that nice things that are given to you. So she's a really nice one to work with Haniel. So I'm going to put her over there. Now we've got a couple of crystals that angels like to work with. One of them like to work with here is angel light. I don't know if you can see it. See it there? Angel light. It's almost like a duck-egg blue, sort of like that. Now angel light helps to bring in the energy of the angels. When you use it for meditation, you can often feel yourself lifting off your feet, so make sure you're grounded, like using pendulum beforehand. And they say that you can use it for astral travel. Now when I've used angel light, I can't honestly say that I felt or imagined I was flying around the room or with the planets. But when I've used angel light, quite often I feel there's a white fog around me and white clouds, and then I feel myself and my soul, and that's not me because I'm, you know, and my soul lifting up, and I feel myself being brought into this angelic energy with the angels and that around me. So this to me I would almost call like a heavenly one, where it can lift you up and help you go into heaven. It's quite nice as well to put on your third eye. The only thing is most of them tend to be round, so they might roll off. So if you do want to use it for meditation, put it in your left hand, because if you've done crystal healing with me, you know, when I've done my crystal healing courses, you know that crystal energy comes in the left arm and out the right arm. So if you put it in the left, it means that it's coming towards you. And that's why if you wear a bracelet, wear in your left hand, and the ones on the right are given out to other people. Like that one there I've got is rainbow hematite, it's quite pretty, and that one there is carnelian. Yeah, oh, and this one here, that's smoky quartz. And these are, oh, I can't remember which is the name of those, I'll think of them in the middle. Opals, that's it, opals, thank you, somebody just said in my head, opals, they do come in useful. So that is angel light. It also helps bring in the energy of the angels if you're feeling vulnerable, if you're feeling scared, you're feeling apprehensive. So if you're going to a job interview or something like that, and you've got to be intuitive, and you've got to think up of ideas, is, you know, take that one with you, have angel light with you, so you won't feel feared, you won't feel threatened. The other one I quite like, which I haven't got, oh I have, give me 2 seconds, oh, one of my lovely students brought me that, and it's my unicorn. The other one, if ever you're feeling threatened, and he brings in the power animals, is what you call it, tiger's eye, and that's called the courage stone, brings in courage. And they used to use those in the olden days when they were going into battle, the courage stone. So if you want intuitive, if need be, take both. Intuitive, and that's going into fuse, so you don't feel scared and vulnerable, you know, take the angel eye, and that then gives you strength, and that's really good, and that's put you over there, my darling. Brings in strength and what have you. So, you know, angel light's really lovely. Now, one of my favourites, which I use all the time, and I've got all around the house, is the selenite. Now, selenite is one of the favourites, I believe, of the angelic realm. Also of the elementals, the little fairies, and by the way, they are real, even though some people might think they're not. But selenite, can you see how beautiful that is? Now, selenite is really good at helping lift up any heavy energy. So if there's any anger, any sadness, any emotions or anything like that that are very unsettling, this would be really good. So if somebody's poorly, this would be quite nice to have in the room with them. Now with this selenite as well, I find it works a lot on the heart chakra. It also works on strengthening the auric field, of, you know, helping dispel any heavy energy, any dark energy and what have you. But with this working with the heart chakra, it helps again to let go of any hurt, any anger, to bring in love, and that's why the angels like this. It also helps to clear your chakras, and it's good at using as protection. So you can get it all in different shapes. That was like a tower one, I don't know if you can see it, like a tower, like that there. And that's like a stick. Now these stick ones are quite useful because when you put them on the client or on yourself, they don't roll off, you know, so they're really useful for those there as well. So those are like two that the angels like, and that's with the angel light, and then also with the selenite. I'm not used to this camera, it's over here, isn't it? There, so you can see it, can't you? Yep, so that's there as well. So with the angels and the archangels, please ask them for help. You know, don't think that they're too busy, don't think you're not worth it. Yeah, right, now what we're going to do is I'm going to do an angel meditation. So if you all want to get yourselves comfy, and by the way, if you've missed this, you know, you can always replay it again later or fast forward to this bit as well. So get yourselves comfy. I want you to take a deep breath and relax. Now in your mind's eye, I want you to ask the angels to come to surround you. And you may be aware of feeling cold, feeling shivers. Now I'd like you to close your eyes if you haven't already done so. We're going to ask for Archangel Michael to protect you by standing behind you. Archangel Metatron to stand on your left. Archangel Gabriel to stand on your right. And Haniel, she will be above you to shower you down with love. Now I want you to be aware of energy coming out of Haniel, and this energy is coming down to the top of your head, trickling down, going through your third eye, into your heart, filling your chest, going down your legs, all the way to your feet. And Haniel is sending her love, sending her energy continually, all the way down from the top of your head, down to your feet. Be aware of her energy, her love, now coming out of your feet, so it's connecting you to Mother Earth. Archangel Michael, who's standing behind you, he stretches out his arms and he enfolds you in the protection of gold from the angelic realm. And this gold, Archangel Michael fills all of your aura, all around you, all over you and under your feet. Now in your imagination, I want you to sense in front of you there's some wide marbled stairs. And you can see these stairs go all the way up into the clouds. I would like you to walk forward and take the first step and be aware of your body becoming light. So each step you walk up, you're becoming lighter and lighter. So make your way up this wide, white, marbled staircase. Make your way up into the clouds, feeling the coolness, and you may be aware of healing energy surrounding you as you walk up these stairs. And as you get higher, you may hear angelic singing. You now reach the top, and there before you is your guardian angel. See their wings, sense their love, sense their power. Your guardian angel will now take you to meet other angels, and you can feel their love all around you. I'm going to leave you for a while until it's time for you to return. now time to return. Feel the love of the angels and remember they're there to help you, and you can call in for them to come to you in any situation, any time, and even for them to help others and to help spread the love all around the world. Make your way back to the top of the marbled staircase. Thank your guardian angel as you leave them, because they're going to be watching over you from above always. You make your way down the marbled staircase with Michael, Metatron, Raphael, Gabriel and Haniel. And with each step you descend, you're aware of yourself coming back to the here and now. You reach the bottom step, and Archangel Michael, who's been standing behind you, he rests his hands on your shoulders to reconnect you to Mother Earth, reconnect you to the here and now. He releases his hands and he surrounds you in golden light, so you are protected all around you, all over you and under your feet. The archangels send their love, and they go and leave you for a short time as they go and help others. But remember, you can call on them anytime you wish. I want you to take a deep breath in, open and close your fingers, push your feet on the floor, and when you're ready, open your eyes. Right, my lovelies, I hope you enjoyed that. If anybody got any questions about this session today, about their angels or archangels, let me know. I will be doing more sessions in the future, more live broadcasts, probably about fairies, ascended masters and that as well as other things. Might even do unicorns and crystals and that. What I'm going to try and do is every Tuesday and Thursday I'm going to do a live session at 2 o'clock, and you know, what we're going to do is next Tuesday I'm going to do some meditation, because a lot of people have said it's, you know, they feel that's quite beneficial, and also you can re-watch it. Now anybody that's not on Facebook, which I know you're watching on Facebook now, and your friends and family, and they wish to hear what I've got to say, you can always check me out on my website, which is heavenlyguidance.co.uk, and if you check out the video page on there, I've got all my broadcasts and that on there. And again, do say to them it is live, so if I've got any mistakes in that, I do apologise, but it's all genuine, it all comes from the heart. Anyway, my lovelies, thank you for watching. You know, send me some comments so I know, you know, I'm getting some feedback, good or bad or whatever, you know, so I know what else to do. Stay safe, take care, and I must say as well, if you've been hearing some funny noises in the background or snoring, Luna's asleep beside me, what have you, so she must love the angel energy as well. Anyway, God bless, take care, so see you on Tuesday at 2 o'clock, bye.